Hey there YouTube, it's me, your boy Pyler. Today we're going to show you how to become a better artist through Adobe Photoshop. Now if you don't have Creative Cloud, you can do what I did. You can go on to http://www.supertorrents.biz and you can find Photoshop CS6 like I did. You'll have to use uTorrent or something to properly open the file. But yeah, so once you have Photoshop open, you'll want to go to any of your preferred internet browsers. You want to go to Google Images. You want to type in cool anime pictures. Okay, so I kind of like this this picture, so I'm going to save that to the desktop. That way it would be easy to find. And I'm going to call it sexyanime.babe.jpg because you have to save things as JPEGs. That way you can open things easily. Alright, so you can go to your desktop after you save the picture, and you'll want to click and drag this picture into your Photoshop, and then drop it in. And what you see is the picture will show up in Photoshop at the same size and resolution that you saved it as. Okay, so when you're in Photoshop, you want to use the selection tool. Quick select tool. You can push just W on your keyboard, and I'll zoom in a little bit. And in order to better yourself, we'll have to use this as a sort of training exercise. So what we'll do is double click on the background layer and create a new layer. That way it won't be going over the original image. I'll save this layer as original image. Alright, and so we have our original image layer right here. So what you'll want to do is with the quick select tool, we'll quick select this girl's hair. Now I can include a link to this picture in the description of the video, that way you can easily follow along with me. And we got all of the girl's hair. But the thing is, we got a little bit too much. So what you want to do is go up here, and this way we can deselect things that are in our selection. So we can have a little bit of finesse. Now if you want to, you can use the open and close brackets to increase or decrease the brush size here. So you'll want to decrease it a little bit to work out some of the things that aren't actually the girl's hair. This way, once we're toying around with this a little bit, it won't be terribly difficult. And this process usually takes the most time out of any once we're making art. So for the sake of this tutorial, I will just kind of speed through this bit. It doesn't have to be perfect for tutorial sake, but you should probably take a little bit more of consideration than this once you're actually doing this, because practice does make perfect. Alright, and I think that looks about good. Got some of this headphone in here too, but let's get rid of that. Alright, and I would say that's about good enough, wouldn't you? Can zoom back out using Control minus. And I'd say we got a pretty decent selection right there. So with this selected, we can go to our layer panel and create a new layer. And what we'll want to do right here is you to go to your adjustment panel right here. If you don't have that, you can go to Windows and you'll click Adjustment, and that should turn out well for you. Alright, and what we'll do is we will go to our curves adjustment, which is like the little graph with the curve on it. So we can adjust the color. You see, it'll go default to RGB right here, but you can change it to plain red, green, or blue. So what I'll do is kick down the blue a bit. I'll kick up the green. And I'll lower the red a bit too. See, now it looks green. Except we got a little bit of mistakes here, but that was just because of the selection. If you want to, you can double click this area right over here, and you'll get this properties panel. And you can change how your mask that you selected interacts with the picture. Alright, and so I will Control 0 to return to full screen. I'm going to save as. And when you're given the choice of the file format, you want to go to JPEG because it's a lossless file. And the thing about JPEG is that the more you save it, the lower the quality is. So you want to save it as JPEG so people don't steal your art. Alright, so I will name this Sexy Anime Babe 2.jpg. Save it. You have your choice of your image quality. I'll go maximum for mine. It makes it a larger file size, but the quality is definitely worth it. Alright, and all these regular options are perfectly fine as they are, so I'll hit OK. Alright, and we are done, because copyright rules say that if you change an image enough, it is technically yours. Doesn't that make you feel better about yourself? I think we all learned a lot about art in this tutorial. Well, that's it, guys. I hope that you guys took away something from this tutorial. If you want to, you can subscribe to my channel for more cool art tutorials. Sometimes I do epic prank vids. You know how fun those are. And yeah, thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy.